Hey everybody, I'm Matt, Senior Client Success Manager for White House Custom Color, and we're continuing the conversation with Billie Joe and Rachel from Vick Studios. So we're gonna talk a little bit more businessy, a little more black and white here on roles and stuff like that. So Billie Joe, why don't we start with you and tell us a little bit more in depth what your roles at Vick Studios, Vick Photography is.
Sure. So my role is studio director.
Okay.
And so I work a lot one-on-one with Andrew in negotiating calendar, contracts, client needs, projections for the year, plans for the year, goals, dreams, vision.
Yep.
Vision.
Sales.
Sales.
Yes.
Yes. So within that role, working one-on-one with the clients, for their reservations and doing like their pre-consultations and figuring out what their needs are and then putting together their packages. Also overseeing production, so production scheduling, and then in-studio gallery reveals and art sales.
Awesome. So you're just going to give up sleep? 100%?
No, I hope not. I hope not. We have our schedules sorted out so that like early on in the week we can dedicate to client needs, you know, catching up from the weekend, because a lot of our clients, they're getting back to us over the weekend. And then Wednesday, Thursdays have clients in studio for gallery reveals.
Okay.
And then just kind of re-delegating some things this coming year so that we can have more one-on-one time with clients, because we now see we need to invest that time with them so that they reinvest with us.
Absolutely. And Rachel, we have not talked to you yet in all the interview series, and you've been a huge part of what we're seeing here today. So can you tell everybody that's listening along like what your role is and all your responsibilities here?
Yeah, I am more behind the scenes, I think is the best way to put it, is I'm the lead production artist. So I curate all of these galleries that come in, mainly on the wedding side.
Okay.
I will do some engagements, some families, some corporate stuff like that, depending on what the needs are. We have a small team that will still do like the cull and the color and stuff as well. But then I'm mainly the graphic design director, and then the album director. So I do the layouts for all of our wedding albums and some
And family albums.
And family albums now, because that's going to be a big thing. Senior albums, guest books, things like that as well.
Awesome. And how long have you been here?
I've been with Andrew for 13 years. I was doing the math to see how far back I've gone. And so,
That's a lot of years.
yeah, my roles changed a lot. Like I came in as help for production and then started really focusing on engagements was my main thing. And then albums were my main thing too. So I'm still doing those things.
Awesome. So you two, and correct me if I'm wrong, are full-time, and then you have a team of how many other people that are remote that are part-time?
On the production end, 3.
Okay.
And then we have Liz, who's our timeline specialist. She used to be a wedding planner,
Okay.
worked with a wedding planning company. So she works with the clients a lot of times like over 18 months and helps create their timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Marina is
She's our marketing director, so she does all of our social posts on the wedding side. You met Whitney was in yesterday. She does it on the Vick Studio side as well. So we have like some for all of our socials, and then Marina also does our website.
Okay.
and Mary Beth too. So she helps with the wedding leads.
Okay.
So we have everybody kind of in their own lane so that we can just you know keep moving it along.
Right. There's a lot of organization that comes into managing a team of that size. So you're in charge of production.
Yep.
So 3 people report up to you. You're in charge of organizing all of that.
We do that together.
Do that
Yep.
together. Okay, sounds good. So then taking somebody who I've had the opportunity to hang out with you quite a bit that seems like a very artistic and turning and having to manage and doing that, is that hard?
No, I find enjoyment in the curating the galleries and things like that. So I get to see like where Andrew goes and all that stuff and kind of live through these photographs that I'm not experiencing those things myself, but I'm seeing like everything that we get to pull together.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you literally are behind the curtain, behind the scenes.
Literally behind the curtain.
Literally behind the curtain. And then Billie Joe, from your side of things, you guys work together a lot, and you can tell that you work very well together. You know, your cogs align, you know, when it comes to that stuff. So when you're talking production and scheduling, you know, like I heard you say a few weeks ago that you're almost full for the year. Like this year is, how do you guys do that? You know,
I don't know.
And how do you wrangle Andrew in?
I don't know.
Andrew is a wildcat. He is always up for the challenge. I would say that.
I think you all are.
Yeah, we definitely.
That is something you all share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We give us goals and like we know in production like how long a wedding is going to take to go from start to finish for production. We know how long an engagement session is going to take. So we have the timing down for the years of experience that we've had with Andrew and Vick Photography, Vick Studios. Like we know how long certain things are supposed to take. Right. And so we have, I have a couple hundred weddings under my belt maybe
probably more.
But yeah, maybe a couple thousand weddings under my belt. But yeah, so it's like, because of how many sessions we've done, we've really been able to figure out how long each thing takes.
Right.
Yeah, and we have rules.
Yeah.
Like Andrew has set availability. We don't go outside that. We make sure that we respect each other's personhave time, family time.
Which is very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, if you don't come, have each day with some space left to be creative and think outside the box and think about ways how you can do things differently, like you're never going to get through the week. Yeah. And
it's too overwhelming.
So, I mean, everybody has their place and everybody has their roles, and we live by the rules that we've established as a team. Mm-hmm. And otherwise it does not work.
Right. So then, Rachel, I'm going to go back to our conversation when you guys came to the lab that day and we were looking through albums. Yeah. And we laid out, all kinds of different options on the boardroom table, and we went through, and you guys really decided as a team, like, this is what we're going to do for this is what we're going to do for this is the upgrade from there. So that 100% falls under your jurisdiction then, as far as like, one thing that I thought that I want to touch on, and I think everybody here will be interested in hearing. So we'll call it like your basic album is anything but basic. Mm-hmm. And then the step up is the acrylic cover, correct? So tell us about the options in that basic album that are not basic.
Yeah, we start for the family albums, we start as like a 9x12. Mm-hmm. We thought that was a great size to start off with, because anything smaller than that, it doesn't really represent the photos that Andrew takes, where he has the bold colors and the places where he goes around town, like really showcase better on a bigger spread. Because we also make sure that like the images, we don't want anything smaller than like a 3x3 on an album page spread, because it's just like, it's a wallet size. Like, no one really wants that anymore. Yeah. So we make sure that the images really represent bigger in the book, that it's like, if they're not going to get something on the wall, at least they're going to have something on their coffee table. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And then you're designing a custom die.
Yeah.
That's included, which is awesome. And the custom dies are getting to be so popular. I mean, you can do it for the studio and just have a stamp it. You can create one for each of the sessions, which you guys are doing. You took that step forward. I think that is awesome. So does that fall into your custom designing for the client?
That's part of the graphic design job that I have, where it's and it's really, really fun. Like, we do it on our wedding albums as well, if they do want that. And it's like, I go in and I kind of do like a little research on a wedding side. It's if they're doing a specific font on there or an emblem or anything like that. So I really look at things that come from the families and come from the new bride and groom and stuff like that. So it's like really, really personal to them, where it's not just like a letter like stamped on it. So it's customized design.
For sure. And
family crest or something like
that. And premium leather with the custom die. I mean, for a, again, I'm putting air quotes, basic album that's anything but basic, and then the next step up is the acrylic cover combo, which is phenomenal. It was fun to watch you guys interact the day that you were there, because everybody came in, they kind of had their ideas, and Andrew was taking it all in, and all of a sudden he was just like, okay, we're doing this for this, and this for this, and this for this, and this for this. Just like, okay, we're moving forward with that. And I love that certainty, like, yep, I know this is right. How could you not love this? We're gonna make this, anything but basic, and then they're gonna step up from there. So I thought that was super cool.
And I think that comes from like both of us being on the production side and like having like seeing Andrew's photography over the years and really knowing what his style is. And I mean, we wouldn't be able to curate his galleries if we didn't understand his vision.
Right, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
And
I think, I mean, hopefully you got photos of the albums, but they're freaking stunning. And then the upgrade to the upgrade is the 11 by 14.
Yes, and that's a phenomenal size.
That can just like lay on a table all by itself and be a piece of art. Like just, I tell people, well, I don't have any wall space. Well, let's do an album. And you can display it on a table, you can display it on an easel, you can have an 11 by 14 spread, and it's art on itself, and you can change it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just turn the page.
Well, we do full spreads, like because of the way those books are produced, with having that seamless page, it's not just an 11 by 14, it's an 11 by 28 is what it comes to be, if my math is correct.
Yeah, if it's horizontal.
Right, so it makes it really, really beautiful that it's like these bigger, impactful pieces. And that's part of like the album design that's really fun. I always call the album designing as like building a puzzle because I'm selecting images together. And so that's part of like really nice about our albums too, is that they're custom designed by, like, we're using their images that they pick, but I'm the one that's placing them together to tell their story, like to retell their story.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations to both of you. To look around the room, and I love how you said, Rachel, you're curating the collections, you're curating the art that's on the wall. Like, when you are thinking in that realm, that you are curating art, that just elevates everything, so much. And to use that terminology in the studio, you guys are gonna just be so successful with this. I know you can't miss. Fantastic team, great photography, awesome products, wonderful location. I mean, come on, we can't go wrong. So thank you to both of you. It's been just an absolute pleasure working with you guys on this, and I can't wait to see what the next steps are here. Yeah. So. Absolutely. And we hope that you've enjoyed this conversation with Rachel and Billie Joe.